So after sitting for 15 years, these seals are shot. We're going to be replacing them today. So to get to the kingpins to replace the seals, you got to get all the brakes off. Once you get the brakes off, take the 4 bolts out of the backing plate, take the backing plate off, get that out of the way, and that leaves you with this access. So the next thing we need to do is take the tie rod loose and then get the bolts out of the top and bottom of the kingpin, but we got to support the lower A-frame with the jack or something first in order to get those apart. But this is just as easy as you got a nugga dugga, use it. Makes that so much more simple. And then I got this nifty little tool here. Makes it just that easy to get apart. Next, I gotta get a jack under here to support the weight of the car to get it off the spring so the spring's not pushing down on the kingpin before we can take these bolts loose. So we get a jack underneath of it supporting this and putting enough pressure on it to get the bump stop, a little bit of clearance in the bump stop here. So we know that we've taken all the pressure off of the bolts. And this should come apart really easily. I've already taken the nuts loose because nobody wants to see me playing with a pair of nuts on YouTube. So, yep, see that one come out really nice and easy. And then this one's not, we can just, don't tap on it too hard because you can collapse that if you beat on it too hard, and then you'll be replacing the bolts. And then this just comes right out. Now we get to put this on the bench and take it apart. So basically it was just these seals here that were looking so bad, not so much these here, which are on here, but by the time you buy all of these individually, you can just buy the whole kit, and they're all the same age, so we might as well replace them all while we got it apart. But this kingpin is a little different than like an MGB. Very similar to an MGA kingpin that these screw on. So you just basically unscrew this. And these threads should be lubricated because that's how the thing actually turns. These are held and it turns back and forth on the threads. So these are a square section thread, or what you could call an Acme style thread. So it helps to have a little screwdriver because these don't. And the new seal, it's got this like almost like an O-ring up on top, goes into that groove there. And then once we get everything taken apart and all these put together, then we can screw it all back together. So what I forgot to say is you want to take these sleeves out first because they do just pass through here just enough where they will rub on the threads. Now, sometimes these don't want to come out, like the bottom one did not want to come out. So if you're going to reuse this stuff, always use a driver like this that slides in there and supports it so you don't mushroom the end here. But you know, you can file it a little bit, but there are oftentimes the bottom one is hard to get out, and this one was hard to get out. Now these things are marked right hand and left hand. That's for right hand side of the car or left hand side of the car, because these things are threaded, you know, right hand on one and left hand on the other. And these threads all want to be lubricated when you put them together. The bottom of this one wasn't, and it was stiff. It didn't want to turn real easily. And if you don't lubricate them, they will be stiff, and over time get stiffer as water gets in there and corrodes things up. So you always want to make sure These are sliding through here pretty nicely. Like this bottom one was absolutely not. It was stuck in there. And that's why it doesn't move, because whoever took it apart before didn't take that one out, and it did rub along at the edge of the thread a little bit, so it doesn't turn as smoothly as it could. But I got it all driven out there, and you should ream these out when they don't work. It's 3/4 of an inch. If you have a 3/4 reamer, you can just ream it out, or take it to your local machine shop. It doesn't have to be an engine machine shop. Actually, an engine machine shop may not even have reamers like that. But a local machine shop that does just equipment stuff, farm stuff, you'll usually have stuff like that laying around. But when you're going to lubricate these up, now the book says to run these on there until you're just lining this up with here. Slide that through there and then run it up until it touches, and you should have about 3 turns from here to there, and then you get it in the middle, that turn and a half. Well, in this case, this isn't actually touching anywhere on this one. So what we've got to do is basically just turn this thing in there until you can visually see it through. It's really hard to tell, but down inside there, there's an opening there. And we need to get that centered on this. So in this case, I just turn it on until we see the very edge of here, and then turn it back so I can see the very edge of there, and then turn it into the middle of that range. But we want it so that this one's facing this way, so that this is to the back, and this one so that the whole eyelet is to the back. Because if you have this turned around this way, the backing plate won't go on. If you have this way, your front end geometry is going to be way off. So it has to be offset. I don't like to rely on just pumping these full of grease to get everything around here. I always put a light coat on here before we put it in. Make sure there's some on there so they don't get frozen later. Now, for the rest of the seals, you got these little caps, and then you're going to have these little washers that act as spacers that go on the ends here. I like to just put just a little bit of grease on these things. Just so there's something in there. And then you're going to just pull these up over and then down, and they're ready to be put on there. Do that to all 4 of them, and then this kingpin's ready to actually be put back on the car. So I'm putting the kingpins back on the car. I always like to loosen these bolts here just a little bit. That helps these to give them just a hair more space between them, so that this all fits nice. And I also like to loosen this bolt off just a little bit so that that flexes ever so slightly. That makes this just slide right in nice and neatly. And always lubricate your bolt as well so that it doesn't freeze up later on. Put that through there. And then that will go in there relatively easily because of the space we made. And then it's just a matter of getting it to line up. And then we'll put the nuts on it, and we'll put the cotter pins in, which weren't in there when it came here. And we'll go over all the rest of the suspension while it's here and make sure everything's tight and has cotter pins in it and everything.